Hey guys, so today I'm doing something kind of different. I'm doing a story time because this story is really interesting and it's funny and really cringy. So let's get started. Anyway, this happened several years ago when I was maybe 14 or 15. I had this boyfriend at the time that was also my next door neighbor. I'll just call him this dude. Just a little backup story thing. This dude was really clingy and would come to my house literally every single day. And sometimes I would just pull up into the driveway and there is where he would be. Standing there just staring me down like,
girl, where were you?
Anyway, this story began in the morning when he came over and he was
like, hey, do you want to hang out today?
That day I already planned for me and my best friend to hang out because I haven't seen her in months. So we were just gonna hang out and go to the pool and just have some fun. So I told him sorry, but I have a best friend that's coming over and I haven't seen her in months, so I really just want to hang out with her today. So he was like,
okay.
So he went on home. Then when my friend got there and I explained the whole thing to her, and we were just chilling upstairs getting ready for the pool, and what do I hear? I hear the doorbell ring and the door knock. And I about flip out and it's my neighbor. And he's asking again if he can hang out with us. And of course, I start explaining for the millionth time that he couldn't. You know, he leaves us alone for a while. So anyway, we're on our way to the pool, and if you don't know, the pool I'm talking about is like my neighbor's pool, because my neighbor, she lets, you know, the neighborhood kids swim there. And it's just really convenient. So it's like half a mile from my house, so me and my friend, we just walk there. So we're there at the pool, chilling, having fun, and I hear his moped, this dude's moped, start riding around the neighborhood. At first I didn't think anything about it. I was thinking that, you know, he was just riding his moped, bored, you know, not chilling with his girlfriend like how he did like every second of the day for the past few months. He got bored. So he was like driving around, you know, on his moped. Of course I was cool with that, but then he kind of stopped and like went home. Meanwhile, little did I know, while he was at his house, he was at my house talking to my dad, asking if he could swim with me and asking where I was swimming at. And my dad, completely oblivious to everything, he tells this dude exactly where I am. Then I hear this dude start riding back around. But I noticed that he kind of slows down where pools are. Like if there's like a house with a gate behind it or like a pool, he kind of slows down.
Then he'll speed up and then slow down, speed up and slow down.
Yeah, all that stuff. So I wanted to see what the heck he was doing. So me being my stupid 15-year-old self, I look over the fence and I see him and he sees me and I see him and he sees me. And then I just dug. I'm just like, he saw me, dude. And me and my friend are like flipping out, like, what do? We don't want him to swim here. So we just gotta hide. After that, he drives by a bit, but he keeps on driving back and forth the house, just staring at it. And so we see him pull into the driveway. Where the pool is, there's like a garage right next to the pool, and it's like in the driveway too. It's really weird. So there's like a secret door into the garage right next to the pool. So me and my friend, we book it into the garage. And they have like a little window there. And it's so weird. You can see outside of it, but people can't see you in it. It's really cool. So we're just watching him, and he's just sitting there on his moped in the driveway just staring at the pool. It is the weirdest thing. And he's like trying to text me, which at the time I didn't have a phone. I just had an iPod. So of course, you have to have Wi-Fi to get messages on an iPod, so I couldn't like text or anything. But he kept on texting me and stuff and just watching the pool. Me and my best friend, we think this is just the weirdest thing in the world. And so he sits there for like 10 minutes just staring at his phone and staring at the pool. And he gets up a few times. We think he's going towards the gate, but then he turns back around and goes back to his moped. So after a while he leaves and he drives back again a few times. And then he just goes home, I guess. We don't hear him anymore. So me and my friend, we've been sitting in the garage for like 30 minutes. We're ready to get home. We're tired of this. We just want to get home. We make a run for it. We're like, we gotta make a run for it or he'll see us. Yeah, and another reason I didn't want him to swim with me, or why I was so into him not seeing me, was because you know how you have that best friend where you don't care how you look and they don't care how you look? Yeah, it was like that. Like, my legs were not shaved, they looked like a hairy bear leg. And my hair was not done, I had acne all over my face, and I was just looking tired and pretty rough, so I was like, I don't want her to see me like this. But anyway, back to the thingy. We were like, we gotta make a run for it. We gotta be pro, we gotta be like Sonic over here. Gotta go fast, bro. So, we grab our stuff, and I didn't have enough time to put on my swimsuit cover up, so I'm just like wearing a towel. And my flip-flops were still very wet, and I was like slipping and sliding everywhere, like a little newborn deer on ice. We grab our stuff and we just run. We run to my house. And I'm like carrying my stuff and she's carrying her stuff. And we hear his moped and we're like, oh snap, crackle pop. So he pulls up next to us and is like,
So you guys were swimming?
we're like, yeah. And he's like,
Maybe and you should swim by yourself sometime.
and I'm like, yeah, sure. So he just follows us all the way back to my house, and I was so mad at this point. Every time he talked to me, I would just ignore him, like look straight forward, like ignore him, give him like little answers. So eventually he rides back to his house. So after that, we just run like to my house. We get in my room, we're like freaking out, and for the rest of the day, we just stayed inside because he was outside all day, like patrolling, making sure I wasn't leaving my house or going anywhere. It was the creepiest thing. Anyway, that's my creepy boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, stalker at the pool story. And yeah. And if you guys want more story times, feel free to leave a comment, leave a like, because I have so many crazy stories that I want to tell you guys, and they're all pretty funny, and just they're stories that I like. What? There's stories that I like to tell my friends, so you guys, my fans or watchers, I consider you guys my friends. And why am I doing this? Might as well just tell you guys a bit of some weird things that happened in my life. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, so bye.